So previously we discussed constructing a hip and valley hand-pitched roof, and this is the one that we worked on. So if we have a look at our finished roof over here, we can see that we've got a little scotch valley over the front door. So this video is going to discuss the method of constructing a scotch valley similar to that. So let's come over to this roof. This is a copy of the previous roof with a space for us to construct our pitch valley. Now the first thing we need to do is get a couple of measurements. We need to position where this scotch valley is going. So if we have a look at this house, it's centered over the front door, and the plans will give an actual width or span across that roof to work to. So when we come over here, I've just got 3 lines marked in. These 2 outside lines are the span of our roof at either end, and I've marked a halfway point right in the middle of our span, which gives us the 2 runs of those rafters. The first thing we're going to do is put some timber blocking in to take our rafters in and to take our ridge board, and there they are in there. So you can see here I've got a little pencil line I've marked at either end where the span of my roof is going. Now this block up in here, you can see if we get a sight line through there, that block is positioned to take the center ridge board. But we need to know how far up the roof to place that. Well, that's very easily. All we're going to do is take this half measurement, whatever this half measurement or run measurement is there, we're simply going to measure back horizontally. So I'll put a little level up the roof, I'll plumb up, and I'll just measure horizontally straight across to where that block goes in there. So let's get rid of our measurement lines, and we've got our 3 blocks that we're going to work to. So the first thing we're going to do is just put 2 common rafters up, and there they are there. You'll notice that pencil line, it comes into about 1/3 of the way through the rafter. That's because it lines up with the backing line, not with the long point. Backing lines are discussed in one of my other videos. The deduction's been cut out to fit the ridge board in, and the cuts on these rafters, you'll notice they are compound angles. I have marked the seat angle across there. Now my roof in this drawing is 22.5 degree pitch, so this angle here is 22.5 degrees. Getting the angle back that way is very easy. Just set your power saw to your roof pitch. So to cut this, I would set my power saw to 22.5 and cut along a 22.5 seat line there, and that would give me that compound angle. Now that this is up, we can make sure that they're sitting nice and plumb and just get a measurement straight across the roof to where that ridge board goes in, and that's where the ridge board sits nice and level. The cut back on here again is that same roof pitch angle, in my case 22.5. And you'll notice the block is kind of in the middle of the ridge. You can always put a second block in afterwards once you know where that ridge is going, depending on how big the roof is. So once you've got the 2 rafters and the ridge board in, now we can start filling all the rest in. So the next thing we're going to put down is 2 pitching plates to run all of our creepers on. And there they are there, just 2 strips of timber. This angle at the top is just the same angle as the hip edge angle up here, but honestly most carpenters will just lay a piece of timber across the roof at the right angle and run their pencil along it and just cut it to suit while they're up there. So we've got 2 pitching boards. We can now run as many creeper rafters along there as the roof requires. This is only a small roof, so I only need 1 creeper rafter, one on the left and one on the right. And this angle at the bottom is exactly the same as the angle at the bottom of the common rafter. Just got to make sure that you get the length right from there to there. You can calculate that out. Its run is calculated the same way as these creepers here, just run of one rafter minus the spacing gives you the run of the next. But you could even just run your tape along there and measure it in place and cut it to suit. Top of the rafter, exactly the same as the top of all the common rafters. And that is how you set out a scotch valley. Just get your 3 blocks in first, 2 rafters ridge, throw the 2 pitching plates down, and then throw the 2 creeper rafters in. And once that is constructed, you can run the roof patterns around, which look something like that. Thank you for watching, and good luck.